Imagine you're on a road trip, eager to reach your destination. But there's one problem. You can't seem to start the car. You have a full tank of gas, the road is clear, yet something is stopping you from hitting the accelerator. That's how many of us live our lives. We have goals, dreams, and ambitions, but somehow we just can't get moving. Sound familiar? But there's a 2,000-year-old philosophy that can teach you how to get that engine roaring. Stoicism, an ancient Greek and Roman school of thought, might hold the key to not just surviving life's challenges, but thriving in the face of them. Today we're diving into 7 Stoic lessons that can help you stop hesitating and take bold action in your life. Let's kick off. 1. Discipline. Yourself, mastering the art of self-control. We all crave discipline, but few of us are naturally good at it. Discipline isn't just about keeping a strict schedule or sticking to a plan. It's about mastering yourself, managing your impulses, and staying on the path even when distractions, temptations, and excuses try to pull you away. The Stoics believed that discipline is the foundation of a fulfilling life. One of the core Stoic virtues, temperance, teaches us to manage our desires, remain focused, and control our reactions. How can we cultivate discipline? It starts with understanding that real discipline isn't punishment, it's empowerment. Think of it like training a muscle. The more you practice discipline, the stronger it becomes. Start small by setting daily goals. It might be as simple as waking up early or finishing a task without getting sidetracked. Over time, you'll realize that the discipline you've developed becomes a superpower, a tool you can use to take consistent action even when you don't feel like it. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." So ask yourself, are you truly in control of your time, energy, and focus? Or are you letting distractions, procrastination, or emotions dictate your actions? The answer lies in your discipline. 2. Stop putting things off and being lazy, tackling procrastination head-on. Let's be honest. How many times have you delayed something, thinking you'd get to it later, only to find that later never really comes? Procrastination is a silent thief that robs us of our potential. The Stoics were well aware of the human tendency to procrastinate. They preached urgency, not because life is short, but because wasting time is a choice we make daily. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's greatest voices, wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This isn't about being morbid. It's about realizing that time is finite. Every moment spent delaying is a moment you can never get back. We can't afford to wait for the perfect time to act. That moment doesn't exist. Life is happening now, and the Stoics urge us to live in the present. How do you break free from laziness and procrastination? A practical Stoic tool is the premeditatio malorum, a mental exercise where you visualize everything that could go wrong if you don't take action. Imagine how your life will be a year from now if you keep postponing your goals. What will you lose out on? How much time will be wasted? This exercise gives you a sense of urgency, making it harder to justify inaction. Next time you're about to procrastinate, remember, every delay is a step away from your goals. 3. Make good habits. A habit. The power of repetition. We are creatures of habit. Whether we realize it or not, much of what we do daily is driven by automatic routines. The good news? We can choose which habits to develop. Stoics believed in the power of consistency, living by a set of core principles every single day. They didn't just talk about virtues like wisdom, courage, and temperance. They practiced them relentlessly, turning these principles into habits. One of the greatest Stoics, Seneca, said, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." This means that every bad habit you break creates room for a new, better one to grow. How do we make good habits a habit? Start by identifying what habits will move you closer to your goals. Want to write a book? Commit to writing just 1 page a day. Want to improve your health? Start with 10 minutes of exercise daily. The key is to make your habits so simple that you can't find an excuse not to do them. Over time, these small actions build momentum. What once felt difficult becomes automatic. The Stoics believed in the compounding effect of daily discipline. When you turn good actions into habits, you're no longer forcing yourself to take action. It becomes second nature. Remember, your habits define your future. Make sure they're the right ones. 4. Challenges can be turned into chances. Seeing obstacles as opportunities. Life isn't easy, and the Stoics never promised that it would be. In fact, they embraced the fact that challenges are inevitable. But where most people see problems, the Stoics saw opportunities. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This idea, called the obstacle is the way, is all about shifting your mindset. Instead of viewing challenges as things that block your path, see them as part of the journey. How can you start seeing problems as opportunities? It's all about perception. When something goes wrong, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Every setback is a chance to grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. If you lose a job, for example, this could be an opportunity to pivot to a career you're more passionate about. If a relationship ends, maybe it's a chance to rediscover yourself or focus on personal growth. Stoicism teaches us that the way we perceive challenges determines how well we handle them. Challenges are inevitable, but whether they stop you or help you grow is entirely up to you. 5. Begin with small steps. Break big goals into bite-sized actions. You've got big goals, but often, the bigger they are, the more paralyzing they feel. How many times have you looked at a massive goal and thought, "Where do I even start?" This is where the Stoic wisdom of beginning with small steps comes into play. The founder of Stoicism, Zeno of Citium, didn't set out to create a lasting philosophy overnight. He took one small step by entering a bookstore, and that first step set him on a path that changed the world. How do we apply this lesson today? When faced with a daunting task, break it down. Let's say you want to start your own business. Instead of being overwhelmed by the size of that goal, begin with something small. Research your industry for 30 minutes a day. Write a rough business plan. Small actions build momentum. Stoicism teaches us that progress isn't about massive leaps. It's about the accumulation of small, consistent steps. The more you break down your goals, the easier they become to manage. Each step you take moves you closer to your goal, no matter how far off it seems. Remember, no matter how large the goal, the journey always begins with a single step. 6. Develop your purpose. Through virtue, finding meaning in your actions. In a world where distractions are endless and superficial success is often celebrated, it's easy to lose sight of what really matters. Stoicism brings us back to the core of what it means to live a meaningful life, developing your purpose through virtue. The Stoics taught that living a good life isn't about wealth, fame, or power. It's about aligning your actions with your highest values: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Cato the Younger, one of the Stoic heroes, didn't waver from his principles, even in the face of Rome's political chaos. His actions were guided by a deep commitment to virtue. How do you find your purpose through virtue? Start by reflecting on your values. What matters most to you? Is it honesty, kindness, personal growth, or making a positive impact? Once you've identified your core values, let them guide your daily decisions. When your purpose is rooted in virtue, you're no longer chasing external rewards or validation. Instead, you're driven by a deeper sense of fulfillment. This clarity of purpose makes it easier to take action because you know that what you're doing matters. Living with purpose through virtue isn't just about achieving goals. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. Every action you take becomes a reflection of your inner values. 7. Simplify your life, removing distractions to focus on what matters. In today's world, it's easy to get overwhelmed by endless to-do lists, social media, and the pressure to keep up. But Stoicism teaches us that less is often more. The key to taking effective action isn't doing more. It's about doing less but with greater focus and intention. Marcus Aurelius, despite being the emperor of Rome, was a proponent of simplicity. He understood that true fulfillment comes not from accumulating things, but from eliminating the unnecessary. Start by identifying what truly matters to you. Are there commitments, activities, or even relationships that drain your energy without bringing value? Start cutting them out. This also applies to the mental clutter we carry around. The Stoics believed in focusing on what's within your control and letting go of what's not. By simplifying your focus, you free up mental space to take more deliberate action in the areas that matter most. When you clear the clutter, both physical and mental, you create room for the things that truly make a difference in your life. Conclusion: in a world filled with distractions, excuses, and countless reasons to delay, the Stoics offer timeless wisdom to help us take meaningful action. These 7 lessons are more than just philosophical concepts. They're practical tools you can apply today to start making progress in your life. Stoicism teaches us that taking action isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about creating it. The road to success, fulfillment, and personal growth isn't always easy. But with these Stoic lessons in your toolkit, you'll have the courage, wisdom, and strength to face whatever comes your way. So, are you ready to start taking action? The only thing standing in your way is you. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights rooted in ancient wisdom for modern living. Until next time, take care of yourself.